Alright, so it's probably been since about November of 2024 since, yeah, you've seen this car. It's now currently May of 2025. Now, you might be asking, what did I do maintenance-wise over the winter? Well, nothing. I did nothing. The car is in the exact same shape as it was when you last saw it. Nothing has been done, but obviously if things really had to be done, I would have done them. Today, at least, we're gonna be repainting the wheels because these wheels have seen better shape, and I think these are actually some of the better ones. Yeah, like this one back here is a bunch of pitting and stuff. They're also just kind of dirty. I haven't really cleaned these. But that's not the only news that I have on the Miata. I think coming up in the end part of this video, I will be installing this at a buddy's shop. This is a Yonaka catback. I recently just had it in his shop to get a bung welded on it because 95 or 96 plus has a OBD2, which requires a second O2 sensor. And if you guys do remember, the thing about the Miata is right there, it is in fact an automatic, which wasn't a deal breaker for me because it was such a good deal, but right there hidden under a bunch of Civic parts and interior stuff is in fact a 5-speed manual. So that'll be a project coming up. I'm still collecting parts and I am putting off buying more parts, but back to the task at hand, getting the wheels off. Without further ado, I'm just gonna get into this. Also, my GoPro battery was right about dead, but you've probably seen tires come on and off of cars a million times before, so it's not really gonna matter. I just laid down my first coat on the wheels. As you can see, I'm using the card method, which is a very good method. So this one looks like it's almost dry. There's just a few wet spots around the edges. Give that another 10 minutes, I'll be good. One down here is still pretty wet. I think in the primer bottle there's maybe enough room for like one more pass of primer. So I went a little bit heavy on the primer in the first coat, but that's fine. It'd be good to have a nice base coat. So I forgot to record it, or maybe I just got ahead of myself, which is probably what happened. I did 2 coats of primer. They're both pretty heavy coats, so I think that'll be sufficient. So I just did 1 coat right now, and I want to say it is looking pretty freaking awesome. I don't know how well this is gonna come over on GoPro, but in real life, this bronze is very good looking. I know I bought it and I wanted to match it to the hard or the soft top, which to me on video now looks like vomit yellow, but honestly these look pretty good. I don't know if it'll give justice until I take a look at it in editing. These are the ones that I did first, and these ones still look a little bit gray, but I think they'll bronze up and after just another coat. But these wheels are still definitely gonna look better than when I pulled them off the car earlier. So they're gonna pop. They're gonna look nice, and I'm gonna enjoy them. So. So it's almost midnight. I just came up to the garage just to put the third and what I think is going to be the final coat of the paint. They ended up looking absolutely phenomenal. I'm so happy with how these came out. They look so much better than what they did look like before this, because they were just, you know, your standard alloys, but they're all mangled and scratched up. So I'm gonna let these dry overnight, and tomorrow I'm going to put the center caps back on, and I pulled off 1 wheel weight that I gotta put on. I also have another thing that will be going on these wheels, and we'll see, we'll see what it is tomorrow. It is the next day. All the wheels are nice and dry on the ground. Probably can't see it, but I also cut some NK stickers since these are factory's NKs. I haven't had great luck with these vinyls, so I'm not sure how well it's gonna go, but I'm gonna just try it out and see how it works. I'm also kind of running late for something right now, so I'm gonna try and get this done as quick as possible and get the wheels back on and head out. So I think these looks absolutely amazing. Now, obviously, they're not anywhere close to how good they looked from the factory, because, you know, they're 30 years old. They got scratches, dings, curb rash, and all that. I'm gonna get these on the car, and then we'll see how it looks out in the sunlight. I gotta get going to the car show, track day, burnout, drift comp, blah, 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 you know, whatever. So I gotta grab my helmet if I'm gonna be taking it on the track. In the days after doing the wheel, I put on a full catback exhaust, which is a Yonaka Motorsports exhaust. It sounds very nice. It looks very good. Stainless steel, polished chrome. Here's a quick flyby of it. So that'll be about the end of this video. The next 4 minutes of this video is going to be me tracking the Miata during an actual proper track event hosted by the same people. Now at the last event I said there's going to be autocross, but my run actually got rained out, so I was fighting for grip and trying not to crash in the wall. I also forgot to bring my extra SD cards, and I forgot to change some settings on my GoPro so it kept rotating the camera view instead of keeping it forward facing. But this time it was actually hosted on a properly sunny day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy me tracking the Miata.